see why Rosenior has said that. I think that
after they were thumped earlier on today by Arsenal, damaging.
Kit. Thomas Socek back here, trying to slide it through for Castellanos. The two new forwards trying to combine here. He signed on the back, really, of that. Palmer trying to get the cross in. Todibo cuts it out. The Steve Clark, who's now the manager of Scotland, of course.
Former colleague of mine, Clark.
Is in the lineup. He'll prove me right here with the ball in towards Delap. Wan-Bissaka got it slightly out of harm's way, but not done the 1-2 well. And Socek, first one to test Areola, who's only got it partially away. Caicedo tries, and that was right back near the start. In by Bowen. Oh, it's ended up in the back of the net, and Bowen rises to the occasion again. And in terms of clean sheets, there's not one for Chelsea today. It was hopeful, no more than that, really. Early delight for West Ham. And Sanchez.
One of the changes and Gittins to come in. Well, that's a great opportunity for
running in around Areola. Summerville is on a very good run of form. Enzo Fernández likewise. And it's blocked by Chalobah.
Do you know what?
Maybe you would.
I wouldn't, but I played with a guy who did.
He's going to get it again. Looking for a first Premier League goal. He scored in the FA Cup on his debut. He just tried to overpower Sanchez. Adama Traore, many of you will know about his.
In terms of urgency for West Ham, and that's very infectious to the rest of the players.
A way out on the right wing by Jarrod Bowen, but Fernandez free kick despite West Ham's protestations. Trouble, you do need to score goals as well as stop them. And some of the teams that get games in the League Cup, the FA Cup, the Champions League, and it's a stray one. That's a corner. Here goes Palmer directly for goal, but directly at the goalkeeper.
Janos obviously came from Lazio. We'll see whether he will be as well, but neither.
They've travelled to Italy in midweek.
Yeah, I think it's West Ham with 20%. Have had 4 shots and 3 on target.
Probably hasn't played as much as he would want. Fernandez gets Chelsea down to 10, but Delap gets there before Todibo.
At Molineux, seeing his team 3-0 down.
Tooth goes long. Ball has shown this occasion.
First time as well, but I'm just saying between the two.
I think today he probably could.
You want him to be. Sorry, you want him to be your son-in-law as
the early weeks of the season. There is Gusto in midfield. Does it continue? List him as a dribbler. Use his strength as skill. As we'll know, his family.
Could have done.
Garnacho. Chelsea looking to bounce back from let Caicedo and others to join in here in the end.
Sometimes, you know, get the ball wide, get crosses in. Garnacho doesn't have it.
Garnacho trying to get it going. Wan-Bissaka's onside. Can he get back? Oh, that's brilliant. The run continues for Crysencio Summerville, and that's probably the pick of his recent run. He couldn't have caught it better. And talk about using the ball well when you do get it. Look at West Ham United here at Stamford Bridge. Highest levels, and that started to happen for West Ham, whatever the trigger was for. Not done yet, but 40 minutes into a wonderful first. Talk about moments that can change seasons. Callum Wilson. Bissaka has him in his sights, so he passes it rather than tries to take him on, and that will be a free kick very much in Cole. 5 added minutes confirmed. Scott, it's all really kicked on from there, but as we say, Enzo Fernández into the wall, back to Palmer, who thought about. Here it comes back Bowen's way again. Castellanos, and Pablo still looking for that tap in at the far post. Garnacho. That was the second time from Enzo Fernández. Here's Socha. Could be in for another one here. Chelsea struggling to keep up with him. Is he going to go for the goal at the end? And he gets the corner. And eventually, Fernández, not a happy anniversary for him. Win it back well forward. There's time for one more counter-attack here. Wan-Bissaka. What they've made good use of is very impressive, but here's João Pedro straight away.
Is injured. I mean, I do think he's a little bit of an upgrade.
Here's Summerville, who struck
a lot from that though, and he's come to West Ham and unfortunately been in a similar position.
Slid forward. Oh, what a chance for Bowen, with plenty of the goal to aim at. But he picked out the keeper. Very clever. Fernández on to Summerville. Fernández again. He scored his first career goal from outside the penalty. Palmer tackling back. Still going. Now Pedro intervening. Free kick. Bowen took too long thinking. And he's down. That's Jarrod, because Enzo Fernández got it back to Cucurella. It's a lovely ball in for Delap. It wasn't quite the flick that he really wanted. That's the 10-minute mark in the second half. Fafana striding on. It's a good cross on the run. And João Pedro makes it a very good cross. And Chelsea get the third goal of the game. And how important will that turn out to be? João Pedro, the man in form. And he's taken, what, about a dozen minutes to remind everyone of that.
Absolutely. We just saw Liam Delap go close, but Chelsea very much on the front foot.
From booing to backing. That's what a goal does for you. On Pablo. Here's João Pedro. Delap won't get there. That's a fine ball by Palmer. Neto. Taken away by Juve. Palmer. Thinking about getting into a shooting position. Cucurella definitely in a crossing position. Ex-Wolves, of course, for West Ham. So many ex-Wolves players here off the ball. Chelsea in the mood to get it back quickly. Here's Caicedo, who can hit them from distance. Here is Castellanos. Well, you can see what he's trying to do. Use the defender as a bit of a screen. Defence will lead to some profit. In comes Gusto. It's off the bar. Cucurella follows in. It's another successful substitution for Rosenior. And it's 2-2. They have clawed their way back level. Is closing in on us fast. Blocked by Wan-Bissaka, just booted away. More of that. Neto. Here is Delap with a free-ish header. West Ham on the rack.
Bournemouth.
Here's James. It's half, but they've made more use of their extra power in the second half. Appeals for handball. Summerville lost it, went to get it back, and Neto. Neto. And James gets there. And it's Palmer! And Wan-Bissaka couldn't do it either. Ooh, and nice movement by Caicedo and by João Pedro. That's the way it's Chelsea do lead. Chelsea all probably will win. And 3 years after he signed for Chelsea Football Club, Enzo Fernández, not for the first time in those 3 years, is the man of the moment. Enzo.
Clive Wilson. I mean, no one really saw this.
And Palmer